Hi, Ed Diaz here. In today's video, we're going to learn how to import and export your favorite programs from a backup. So one of the first things I want to do in this example is I'm going to go to Menu and I'm going to go to Utility and press Enter, and I am going to create a backup of my keyboard. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick for you. So backup, save, and let's just call it Ed real quick. So got this here. And now I'll hold down Shift and I can delete all of that stuff. So that's great. Press Enter, backup, and this will just take a couple of, maybe a minute or so to back up any of my custom programs or scenes inside of my RD-2000. One reason we always create a backup, and you should do this every so often with your important data, is that we might go on the road and we want to go ahead and get a RD-2000 on the back line, or maybe there's a lot of people playing your RD-2000 and you don't want them to mess up some of your settings. So that's always good to do. Now, to show you what I'm going to do, I'm going to take out my thumb drive and I'm going to back up and I'm going to factory reset my RD-2000, and this is going to erase all of my custom programs and scenes that I've currently made. So I'm going to say OK, and the reason I'm doing this is so that way you see I am going to pull from this thumb drive my favorite programs right into here. So now I have my RD-2000. It's completely reset. And now we have it here. Let it load up. Notice how quickly it loads up. It only takes about 10 to 15 seconds tops, which is good to know because on stage, power goes off and you have to kind of dance around and wait for your keyboard to start. So being it that it's only 10 to 15 seconds, it's wonderful. So now I'm going to plug in, and just so you know, this is like a factory fresh RD-2000 now. So I have my thumb drive in, and now let's go ahead and bring in some of those files. Now, one way I could do that, and we're not going to do it in this example because I already have a video on it, we could go back into Menu and Utility and load that backup, the one that I have. But I don't want to do that. We're just going to load in some programs. So here's how we do it. Press Menu, and I'm going to go to Program Utility right here, and I'm going to press Enter right here. And you see I can have programs swap from different locations, initialize, reset, but I'm going to do an import because we're going to be importing from that backup to the internal programs of the RD-2000. So let's go to Import. I'll press Enter, and it's going to pull from the backup file. So I have that one backup file in there called Ed, and I'm going to say OK, execute, Enter, and now it's looking inside the backup file, and we're going to be able to look at the programs that are in there. So it's processing in there, going through the backup file, and we'll see in just a second what's inside. Okay, great. So now we can see what's in here. So all the different programs. Okay, so it's saying here, it's reading from the thumb drive here, but then it's saying, where will you want to put it? Will I want to put it there? Well, I already have some I know at the back in the last set of programs. Remember, you can have up to 300 programs. I know I like this brass, and I'm going to put this brass. I don't want to erase that 01. I might go ahead and say, you know what? Let's go ahead and put it on E. Now check this out. We can also, if we hold down Shift, we can jump to the different banks this way, save us some time. So I'm going to say, take that backup or that program that I have saved and import it and put it in the E bank. So press Enter. Great. Am I sure? Yes, I'm sure. And it's just bringing all the MIDI information in here for me. So this is a great thing. So you can go ahead and share your backups online if you want to go ahead and zip them up and send them to your buddies or put them to an FTP site or somewhere online so they're safe. You can always pull them back down. So check it out now. Now my keyboard says E01, the Ed brass, and let's play this for you. This is a nice big sound. Nice big sound that we can kind of pull in there for very quickly. Let's go ahead and bring in another one. So press Menu once again, Program Utility, press Enter, Import, and of course the same backup. And it's pulling through there again. And don't forget, if you wanted to, you could bring in the whole backup, but this is a nice way where you can just bring in only the programs you want and you don't take all the ones you don't. Because here's what happened. If you have your own custom RD-2000 sounds and you bring in another backup over those, it's going to write, the backup's going to write over everything you've done. So always make sure and have your own backup. And when you bring in another backup from an external source, I suggest using this, importing the programs so you don't erase your stuff. This is a great way to share. So once again, let's go ahead. I am going to use the shift button and go to that bank of the programs. And here we go. Got a gig set up. I already have set. And okay, I only did a couple. Let's do this one, see what it is. And where do I want to put it? Let's put it on number 2. There's a rock organ there, which I really don't care about. Let's go ahead and press enter. And okay. And so now that's going to come in. And it's bringing that in there. And we'll hear it in 1 second. Great. So now that has been set in there. And on this one, it sounds very... But I have this one set where I can bring in an EP very quick. And then maybe a pad. Maybe a string. Maybe take out that EP, bring in the piano. Okay, so now check this out. I'm going to take out my thumb drive now. Great, so that's out of there. And now I'm going to turn off the keyboard and turn it back on, and let's see if those programs that we imported from the backup drive are still inside the RD. So let's take a look now. So I'm going to turn off my RD, power it off, and power it back on. Wait a couple of seconds, maybe 10 to 15 seconds max. This is really cool. And now that it's on, I am going to go to program, and let's look at that program. So I'm going to go into the bank here. Or let's try it. Can we do this? We can still do the shift if we want to do it that way. And look at that. There is that brass. There's that brass that we brought in, and there is that nice little gig rig. And now that it's in here, if I wanted to, I can go ahead and edit it and save it how I want it. So this is a great way for you guys to go ahead and share and then make your own fine adjustments that fit you. Very easy in RD-2000. So as you see, this is very, very easy to go ahead, first create a backup, and then you can share that backup with your friends. When you get a backup that you want to go ahead and bring in some different programs, you can go in there and once again, let's do it real fast. Menu, go into Program Utility, and then import, and then just import those programs inside your RD-2000. All right, I hope this really helps you out. I encourage you to share a lot of your different custom-made programs with each other, and good luck. All right, you guys take care. I'll talk to you later.